One drop of blood. This is an extract from Rose Madder by Stephen King. Chapter 1. It was 14 years of hell, all told, but she hardly knew it. For most of these years she existed in a daze so deep, it was like death. And on more than one occasion she found herself almost certain that her life wasn't really happening, that she would eventually awaken, yawning and stretching as prettily as the heroine in a Walt Disney animated cartoon. This idea came to her most often after he had beaten her so badly that she had to go to bed for a while in order to recover. He did that 3 or 4 times a year. In 1985, the year of Wendy Yarrow, the year of the official reprimand, the year of the miscarriage, it had happened a dozen times. September of that year had seen her second and last trip to the hospital as a result of Norman's ministrations. The last so far anyway. She'd been coughing up blood. He held off taking her for 3 days, hoping it would stop. But when it started getting worse instead, he told her just what to say. He always told her just what to say, and then took her to St. Mary's. He took her there because the EMTs had taken her to City General following the miscarriage. It turned out she had a broken rib that was poking at her lung. She told the falling downstairs story for the second time in 3 months and didn't think even the intern who had been there observing the examination and the treatment believed it this time. But no one asked any uncomfortable questions. They just fixed her up and sent her home. Norman knew he had been lucky. However, and after that he was more careful. Sometimes when she was lying in bed at night, images would come swarming into her mind like strange comets. The most common was her husband's fist, with blood grimed into the knuckles and smeared across the raised gold of his police academy ring. There had been mornings when she had seen the words on that ring: service, loyalty, community, stamped into the flesh of her stomach or printed on one of her breasts. This often made her think of the blue FDA stamp you saw on roast of pork or cuts of steak. She was always on the verge of dropping off, relaxed and loose-limbed, when these images came. Then she would see the fist floating towards her and jerk fully awake again, and lie trembling beside him, hoping he wouldn't turn over, only half awake himself, and drive a blow into her belly or thigh for disturbing him. She passed into this hell when she was 18 and awakened from her daze about a month after her 32nd birthday, almost half a lifetime later. What woke her up was a single drop of blood, no larger than a dime.